I swear I'm blind. Hello everyone, welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. This is a big day. I forgot to change this. Alright, we'll just go to this screen right here. So apparently, Bayern Munich are in negotiations with Man City. Bayern's evaluation of Sane does not meet Man City's evaluation of Sane. Apparently, City want 70 million for Sane, whilst Bayern are willing to give 40 million. That's coming out from Sky Sports. This is a crazy story because look, we were told that Bayern were trying to sign Sane for around that 40 million price, right? So that's from Sky Sports. A new round of negotiations between Sane and City took place this week. So City made it clear that they would only sell Sane for an adequate fee. The English club demands 70 million euros, while Bayern are willing to pay 40 million. The fact that City are demanding 70 million is pretty extravagant to me because you think they want more. But with the climate of the transfer window, I feel as if Sane is going to go for less. There's going to be a break-even point. 70 million, 40 million. What's the in between? 55 million? I think that's going to be the thing. Maybe 5 million plus 5 million or 50 million plus 5 million in add-ons. You never know with Bayern, but a lot of people, rightfully so, have been saying this Sane thing is dragging itself out. I'm tired of talking about it, but here you have to realize this. The transfer window won't open until 4 weeks before the beginning of next season. That's literally a month and a half from now, if you factor in the fact that we still have to go to July and August. But then the season will end towards the end of August, so the Champions League will be finished by then. So you have to factor these things in order to actually know that, okay, of course, Bayern aren't just going to sign Sane now. Bayern will, of course, want to drag this out. Another thing coming out on Kai Havertz is that Chelsea are in for him. Chelsea want Havertz. Now, that's not going to happen, though. Like, the thing is with Kai wants Bayern. Kai doesn't want Chelsea. Kai isn't going to downgrade from Leverkusen to Chelsea. I get it. Chelsea is a decent, well-built club, but they're not Bayern. By the way, leave a like on the video, everyone. Chelsea are making moves. Like, they are the most active team so far in this transfer window because, honestly, they've signed Werner. They're looking at Havertz, and it's coming out. Chelsea are very interested in Havertz. They're interested in Sancho as well. I think Chelsea might actually get Sancho from Manchester United, and United will be looking like stupid fools once again when a player snubs them. But with this Sane thing, it's like we're tired of hearing it, but at the same time, it's fun to talk about. And what is that price? Imagine if Bayern signed Sane for anything under his value, we get a great deal. Sane's value is right there. 90 million for Leroy Sane is a very fantastic deal. You sign Sane for less than 90 million, you get an automatic player coming in with his worth already increased. And we were talking about it over the last few weeks. Bayern Munich probably want Sane to play. They want Sane to come into that team and actually, or into that City team and prove himself. Well, not prove himself. We know Sane's quality, but we want him to prove himself that he can stay fit after an injury. I think that's also what Bayern's waiting for. So what's happening with Sane? All right, for anyone joining late. So Sky Sports, as reliable as they can sometimes, and they can't be. They've come out and said that City demand 70 million euros from Bayern, and Bayern are willing to pay 40 million euros. And that was the evaluations. There was some negotiations that started last week, and they've come into this week. So that's what's coming out of Sky Sports. And I think that's probably the reality. Behind the scenes, Bayern is definitely doing business. And also, there have been a lot of stories coming out that Bayern Munich have told City that they can afford Leroy Sane and Kai Havertz. So, we're looking at signing two world top-class talents this summer, and I'm glad. You know what? I'm very happy that Kai Havertz is coming out and saying he wants the decision on his transfer made this summer. He wants to go somewhere and change clubs this summer. I'm glad Kai Havertz has done that, because guess what? It forces Bayern's hand, because Bayern would have waited a year to get him. But now we have to get him now. We have to get a top-quality talent like that. And I don't think Bayern wants to miss out on Sane. Imagine Real Madrid come out, offer Sane more money, offer him a bigger role in their club, which Real Madrid can do, or Barcelona. I'm not saying Sane would want to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, but if they come up with more money, what's stopping Sane from moving to Barcelona or Real Madrid or PSG? Oh, he wouldn't go to PSG. You ain't getting Kai. We are getting Kai Havertz. Of course, you're a Chelsea fan, so you're definitely gonna say, "Oh, Chelsea, you're getting Kai." No, you're not getting Kai Havertz. You're not getting. You get Werner because Werner is a twerker. For the last 2 years, Werner's been twerking for Bayern, and then Bayern's board came out and said, "We don't want you. You don't fit us." Werner decided, you know what? I'm tired of twerking on Bayern's lap. I'm gonna go twerk for Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea. And you so happen to be in the crossfire. Werner is like shooting a bunch of military shooting at each other, and then some random person is caught in the crossfire. Well, he is that guy. Chelsea's that crossfire person. Chelsea's just in the middle of this, poker table with Werner and all these things. So look, there was a table from Bild that came out where it was clubs that had, it was Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, Man United, and Chelsea interested in Kai Havertz. Take out the clubs that are irrelevant. Chelsea, United. Why would Havertz go to United and Chelsea over Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern? Take out clubs that aren't as good right now. Why would he go to Barcelona? They're in a bit of a crisis. Take out clubs that are doing incredibly, terrible for now and don't have a real big plan for the future and aren't playing particularly the best. Real Madrid is taken out. It's Bayern. Bayern stays there. And Chelsea's not going to sign Kai. They're not. So the thing is, though, with Kai Havertz is if he goes to Chelsea, I would wonder if the player has a mentality to want to play, because he knows that, oh yeah, I can play at any club in the world. I'd be starting week in, week out in their team. Why would he then go to Chelsea? Why would he choose Chelsea, Man United? I would rather wait 2 years for Bayern if I was Kai Havertz than join Chelsea. It's not going to happen. You're not getting Kai Havertz. But another thing with the Sane transfer is, yes, people are saying it's taking too long for Bayern to do business, as always, like people like to say. But at the same time, you got to realize it's business. Keeping Sane at City, it also makes sure he plays for City. Pep isn't going to just keep him in the reserves. He's going to have him on the bench. He's going to have him come on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because technically he can still help Man City win something. He can still help Man City in the Champions League, etc. City won't want to just destroy Sane and put him on the reserves or in Premier League 2. They're not going to do that. But what they are going to do, they're going to say, Sane, hey, come in here, play a few minutes here. We know you're moving to Bayern, play a few minutes. Do you read the Sports Bild paper? No, I don't. I read the Christian Falk. When I click on the tweet, I just translate it and then I talk about it. I don't really, Sports Bild is German, so you should. Liam talks. We were talking about just Sane. Man City want 70 million euros for him and Bayern are willing to pay 40 million euros. That's pretty much half his value right there. We're paying for, if City even wants 70, if we pay 70 million for Sane, that's a steal from us. That's a steal. So, paused. It is a pause. It is, because if two clubs have evaluations that are different from each other, then you have to find a middle ground. The difference between 50 million and 70 million is 30 million. 40 million plus 15 million is 55 million. 70 million minus 15 million is 55 million. So that middle ground right there of 15 million and 55 million, I think that's where we're going to see Sane getting signed at. Bayern is going to be unstoppable. Imagine the fact that we are favorites for the Champions League according to BR Football. They put us as favorites. Every single team puts us as favorites for the Champions League. Imagine you win the Champions League and then you get Sane and Havertz to strengthen your team. That's just a forfeit type of team right there. Come on, Laps. Kai Havertz isn't coming to Chelsea. That's like saying Lionel Messi's going to Arsenal. It won't happen. It's just stupid. Arsenal can't even afford anyone. I can't wait for AFTV. I can't wait for the United Stand. I can't wait for just everything. Oh, jeez, I can't wait for the Premier League back and all these fan channels to start getting angry again. I wonder how they're going to do fan cams, though. But with this Sane thing, I can't wait. I like hearing about the Sane situation, but I also don't like hearing about it. I think with Hansi Flick, there was a moment where a lot of people were speculating that Bayern weren't interested in Leroy Sane when Hansi Flick... But then, okay. We weren't interested in Leroy Sane. Hansi Flick was still interim coach. And then we sign Hansi Flick, and all of a sudden we want Upamecano, we want Dest, we want Sane, we want Havertz. 4 players right there. You're wondering, how's that? What's the logic there? It's because of Hansi Flick. Flick has said, or he demanded, a veto in transfers. Obviously, the manager will recommend players, but ultimately the board are the ones that actually go out and sign the player. They actually spend the money because the manager isn't taking a cut out of his paycheck to fund the player. No, the board is paying its wages. The club is paying its wages, and the board are the highest members in that club. And Hansi Flick, since he became permanent coach, you're seeing, I haven't seen us linked to players that I know Bayern shouldn't be linked to. We haven't been linked to Benjamin Hendricks. We've been linked to Dest. We've been linked to Hakimi for a day. We've been linked to actual ballers in the positions we're looking for. I've seen that kind of happen. And then there was also something that Hansi Flick gave the green light for Bayern to sign Sane, which is telling me that Hansi Flick probably was like, hey, does Sane fit into my system? And I like that from a manager. There's a lot of managers and teams where Sane can go and you won't fit. Sane doesn't really fit City's philosophy. He's flamboyant. He's not the guy that you can sit down and coach. He's very, very different. Lewandowski, Sane, Havertz, Gnabry, Goretzka, Kimmich, Davies, Alaba, Schüller, Pavard, Neuer. I mean, look at that team. That is Zeno just said it. Look at that team. When you have Lewandowski, all these teams right here, that's amazing. Why does Bayern need Dest and Upamecano though? Well, because we don't have a backup right back, and also at the same time, we don't have a right back that necessarily is good at attacking. You always want to balance, right? Pavard does what he does on the pitch, and Hansi Flick wants a second choice right back because Kimmich isn't gonna go back to right back anytime soon. Kimmich is our midfielder. He's gonna be our midfielder for the next, however so long he stays here. Kimmich is 25. He's going to be our midfielder. And he's already getting into his prime. He's already world class. I don't think Kimmich is going to move back to right back ever again. I don't think he'll want to even... Look at the way Pavard came off, I think, I think it was last weekend, right? No? Yeah, well, Pavard came off, and I thought Kimmich would go to right back, and then Thiago would go to midfield. But this didn't happen at all. With Pavard coming off, Kimmich went to center back. It was very odd. I don't know. So, way I see it, Kimmich isn't going to go back to right back. Odriozola leaves. We don't have another right back. When he leaves, Odriozola, we won't have another right back to replace him or to keep him in the squad for. So I don't really see... so Kimmich will stay as a CDM. Bayern are going to have a really... Neuer, Newbo. That's literally 2 top 5 goalkeepers in the league. Oh crap, holy Jesus, that's a lot. That's a lot of players. Still trying to find his ankles. Kimmich. In the Bundesliga, we beat you 3-0. I don't know who you're talking about there. But like I was saying, we need a backup right back. And the center back thing, I think it's a Hansi Flick thing. Flick doesn't want I think Flick wants different solutions. I wouldn't mind Upamecano, but if we don't sign Upamecano, I'm not going to sit here and cry, because actually we have 3 center backs outside of Boateng and Javi Martinez that are competent right now. Niklas Süle comes back. He's already our best center back, Niklas. And then Alaba's there, the composed figure at the back. He's one of the best ball progressors from center back in the league. And you don't need anything else right there. But at the same time, I think Hansi Flick wants Upamecano because it's a system. The way we play that high line and the way Upamecano plays for Leipzig. There was talk that Bayern want a center back that can play CDM. And Upamecano occupies the CDM position in Leipzig's build-up. So maybe, maybe. Flick has Alaba, Hernandez, and Pavard who can all play center back and full back. That's a very versatile team right there. That's a very versatile team. But if you look at our first 11, there's not that many players on our bench that can actually start ahead of what we have. That's the problem, isn't it? You want a situation where, of course, you want to be the best, but you want your first 11 to be solidified. But you also want to ask them questions in the training ground. If someone's not playing well, you want to bring someone else in. Gnabry hasn't been playing well for the last 4 games. Maybe that's a situation where you're like, okay, Kai, come on in, you start. because that's what a real powerful team does. Of course, you want your players to be playing together and but you also want players that are in form and have different things to offer. No competition in the round of 16 for us either. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. Well, there was no competition. What do you mean there's no competition? Leipzig, we drew to twice this season already. And Dortmund, did Dortmund beat it? No, they haven't beaten us at all. And then you look at Mönchengladbach, who beaten us. Leverkusen have beaten us. We drew to. We've drawn a lot of. We've lost 3 games or 2 games under Hansi Flick. It's not just like a thing where we just started doing perfect. Under Hansi Flick, we lost 2 games, right? We lost games. We've lost games where we played really well, but the competition was just too good. Leverkusen absolutely outclassed us. They didn't even like destroy us tactically or anything. They got us. There is competition. It's just Dortmund beat us in the cup. Yeah, the Super Cup that no one even remembers. It's a friendly competition. Leverkusen loss was very unlucky. Yeah, I mean, Leverkusen played better than the 4-2 result, in my opinion. Looking at the game and thinking about it, we should have maybe conceded a goal or 2, but we were just so clinical defensively and defensively that we worked as a unit. So that's another thing. We drew Hertha in the starting. Who are we playing tomorrow? We're playing Leverkusen. So we'll see. With Mönchengladbach again, a team we lost to. We'll see. We always struggle against these sort of teams that match our energy level. And, well, we struggled a lot under Kovac. We lost too many games last season. We drew a lot of games. But we won because Dortmund are bigger bottlers than we are. So, very, very different situation. But latest news on Havertz. So, Chelsea are in for him, which means there's a very little chance that they sign him. We are going to sign Kai Havertz. I think a lot of people get deluded and get carried away. Kai Havertz is German. He's going to want to play for Bayern. There's no German player that's sitting there like, I want to go to Spain and speak a different language. I want to go to England and not be around my culture and be far away from my family. At the end of the day, it's about logistics. By the way, we have 27 people watching. Thank you all individually for tuning in. Let's get to 20 likes. That's typically what happens when you have 27 people watching. So let's get to 20 likes. If you can, hit the like button. We aren't playing Leverkusen. We're playing Frankfurt. Oh my God, it's another opportunity to smack Eintracht Frankfurt back to relevancy. I hate that club so much. I can't stand them. Who's playing today? Can anyone remind me who's playing and what time so I can watch it? But on the Havertz though, is he playing? Because Leverkusen should be playing today, right? Chelsea linked to Havertz. Yeah, that's the funny thing, isn't it? It's not happening. Chelsea have more of a bigger chance of signing me than they have of signing Kai Havertz, and I don't have any plans on playing professionally. I think Havertz will play though. Why do you hate Frankfurt? I can't stand the fact that the day before they beat us 5-1, which is the worst game I've ever watched Bayern play, our manager, who they gave to us a season before or a couple months before, after beating us in the DFB Pokal final, gave us their manager. That manager, a few days before we played them, said they had a better fan base than we did, and then we lost to them 5-1. That's why I hate Frankfurt. I hope their stadium collapses. That would be hilarious. You know how their chants and then their stadium is like rocking with. I hope it collapses. Bayern win the Champions League. Trust me. Well, I do trust you because I trust myself too. I think so too. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are saying it though, aren't they? If you get Sane and Havertz, we are the winners of the transfer window. I don't care what any other team gets. You get Leroy Sane and Kai Havertz in that Bayern team, especially the way we're already playing. You win the transfer window. There is such a thing as winning a transfer window. And I think we could win this transfer window for the next 10 years just by signing these. And then, you know what? I never considered this, but what if maybe in January or next year we actually end up getting Dest as our backup? You never know. You never freaking know. Ooh, how I love to lag. Ooh, I love lag. A lag is amazing. I've been watching too many movies, man. I feel like I'm an actor. Sometimes I just look at myself and I'm like, yeah, I could be an actor. Kovac's last match for Frankfurt was a win versus Bayern, and his last match for Bayern was a loss to Frankfurt. Exactly, that's my point. He destroyed us a year before, and then a year after, he made us lose to that team while also disrespecting Bayern. So that's annoying. Kai has Rudiger to talk to. Oh, well, is he gonna be? Ich bin. I love playing for Chelsea. I am loving to play for Chelsea. That's what I just said. I don't know German. I don't pretend to, but yeah, Werner's gonna be talking to Rudiger. You're gonna see more. They're gonna be talking together, and they're both gonna be relevant in the German national team because Rudiger isn't really that solidified in the German national team. The thing is, though, with Kai Havertz and Leroy Sané, they know they'll be remembered in Germany more because they play for Bayern. That's a fact. When you play in the league of your country, people will remember you. Imagine if Sancho was always in Germany, he wouldn't be remembered as much. People forgot about Beckham and the baller he was because he moved out of England. But it was better for his career. Lotta says Bayern can afford both Sané and Kai. Bayern can. What did I tell you, okay? We can afford, it's not like we can obviously afford them, but what he means is we can afford Kai Havertz and Leroy Sané this season, this transfer window. I'm telling you, Bayern, we are the winners financially in this terrible market of the Sirona. Because guess what? We've been doing this top level business for the last few years. We've kept up with the books. We're not holding any debt. Bayern has no debt, right? We don't borrow money to sign players. We sign our players. And yes, someone might say, oh my God, we got to sign someone fast. No. The transfer window doesn't open for at least a month and a half. So we're not in a hurry right now. Do you already sign? Who already signed? Sani the contract definitely is agreed. It's a fact. Man United can afford. We will sign Van de Beek and Sancho. No, United are poor. Because here's the thing. Romelu Lukaku was sold for 75 or so million. Man United didn't replace him with anyone. Bruno Fernandes, United stalled on Bruno Fernandes for an entire summer because they couldn't afford him. And then, a couple months later, when all their midfielders got injured, they bought Bruno Fernandes. And Man United were interested in Timo Werner, and because they couldn't afford Timo Werner without selling anyone, it came out that United had to sell Pogba to afford Werner. Sell a midfielder to afford a striker? That doesn't make any sense. United don't have the money we're talking about. They do have debt to pay, right? United were bought on debt, which means they'll always be in debt until that debt is paid. Especially, it won't be paid anytime soon, especially when the owners are taking money out of the club to put in their own pockets. Liverpool's owners are different. They're actually not willing to spend as much money. They're just spending it smarter. Vina, do you think we should keep Perisic? At this point, I think I made a video a couple weeks ago, and I've been saying, yeah, keep Perisic. Yeah. He won't cry on the bench. He's okay. He's done all right. He's okay playing here. But the thing is, you keep Perisic. What's that telling a youngster or someone from the youth academy? See, Perisic's spot on the bench is a spot that we could be using for Havertz. The minutes Perisic gets is the minutes Havertz could be getting out wide, especially because Muller is in the form of his life. I don't know. We need to find an alternative. I think that alternative is Kai Havertz. Think about it. Coutinho and Perisic are pretty likely to leave. I think the Perisic situation has really changed because of the Kai Havertz demanding a change of clubs now this season. And I agree with Havertz because he's been at Leverkusen for 4 years. He wants to go to a bigger club and prove himself. He's 20 years old. He wants to be 22 when he wants to be playing for Bayern, playing for a big club, playing and competing for the trophies at a young age. 20 years old, which is crazy, extravagant to think about. But I think the Perisic situation has now changed because Bayern are going to be like, hey, Muller's in the form of his life. That means that if Havertz is coming in, he's not going to play cam or center forward right away. He's going to have to play out wide. He's going to have to get minutes out wide. And he's not going to start every game. And that means Perisic has to go because Perisic has a spot on the bench, which I think Havertz could have. But then the bench is supposed to be rotational anyways. We just pay Leverkusen 100 million and get Havertz already. Bayern will pay 100 million. Leverkusen said we demand 100 million because Havertz has a contract that expires in 2022. Leverkusen are not in some stupid rush to re-sign him or to sell him quick now. They probably would like to keep him for an entire season, but it depends on what Kai Havertz wants. Bayern versus Barcelona friendly in the summer would be bomb. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Prepping for the Champions League. There's going to be friendlies between Bayern and other Bundesliga clubs, or Bayern and other clubs. Yeah, Bundesliga, because they're not going to play any, Bayern 2 might have a friendly. So there's going to be friendlies to keep Bayern ready. You think Havertz will succeed at Chelsea? I think he will, because Lampard in the system fits him. I think with Abraham and also next to Ziyech, I think Werner will get a lot of opportunities to score, especially in that. Chelsea are trying to play a 4-3-3, but it's inside forwards and their wing backs provide the width. I don't know. Chelsea, though, are a team that I respect, because what they've done is they're very efficient. If Chelsea want a player, you'll hear about it the next day. And the way they just decided, we're signing Werner, that's crazy. A lot of clubs were linked to Werner, and then Chelsea decided to sign him. We're doing the watch along tomorrow. It's a Bayern match. Of course, I'm doing a watch along. Of course. No, Tottenham is a decent club, but they haven't won anything to show for. At the end of the day, you have to win something, and don't tell me about the Audi Cup, because no one cares. It's a friendly cup. It's a cup that is not important. I mean, the way they were lifting it just shows something. Yeah, we are doing the watch along tomorrow. It's, what time is the game? Is it 12:30 or 11:45? I'm not exactly sure. So I'll wake up for that for my time, obviously. Chelsea broke Liverpool's hearts. No, I don't think so. No, Liverpool's winning, but I'm a Man City fan. Man City fans. We have too many of those. But here's the thing with that. Too many of those. No, we don't. We don't have any City fans. City don't even have fans. I'm not even sure if Burak is real. But looking at Bayern's transfers, I mean, if you sign Havertz and Sane, you win. Everyone's going to forfeit to you. And if you win the Champions League this season and then you strengthen your squad with Sane and Havertz, people are going to massively respect you. By the way, subscribe to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for 596 subscribers. Let's get to 600, man. If you can, share the videos as well. It's really, really important and crucial to subscribe. You're a City fan. Oh, I want to throw up. Well, Tammy Abraham isn't leaving Chelsea. It's not going to happen. 2:45 Eastern. Okay, so we have people watching from all over the U.S. and the world. The disrespect to who? Okay, but to Chelsea, Man City fans, I don't know why Pogba and Martial get hate. At least you like them. United fans don't. This is why I respect. I love Pogba and Martial. Martial is a baller. Seeing this guy score goals that I'm like, yeah. Not many players in the world have the composure to score that type of goal, especially in that tight space. Very, very good at maneuvering his feet. I love it, man. And Pogba, like my favorite he's like Thiago, Pogba. These are my two favorite players in the world, especially in the midfield. They are, like, over the last 2 seasons. I just love the way Pogba and Thiago carry. They are so similar. Carrying and they get criticized as well. Thiago gets criticized a lot. Don't remember, the German media don't like Thiago for some reason. Bill don't like Thiago. They don't like Thiago. And another thing is, Thiago stays fit, and so does Pogba. I don't understand how you can hate players like this. Werner on the left wing. Werner's not a good winger. He's not. He's probably going to be an inside forward. The thing is with Timo Werner, I don't understand why Werner had to twerk for Manchester United. Martial is better than Werner. No, not in terms of goal scoring. Werner's a better goal scorer, but Martial overall excites me. I know, if you want to get a girlfriend, screw all the, asking her on a date. Just show her a Thiago first touch. She's just going to be attracted to you instantly. Like, I've heard some people on Instagram telling, no, come on, Kane is better than Lewandowski. No. I don't understand this logic. People are telling me, oh, wow, Kane would get 40 goals in the Bundesliga. And I'm like, wow, that's you telling me indirectly that Kane is better than Gerd Müller. That's what you're saying. That's you telling me Aubameyang didn't get 32 goals and he's getting more goals in the Premier League. So that's you telling me that Aubameyang in the Premier League would come to the Bundesliga and get more goals than he did when he was playing in the... It's very stupid logic. People, relax. Chelsea bid for Havertz. Of course they're going to bid for Kai Havertz. The thing is, though, with these bids, the thing is, like, you can understand. Here's what a bid is. A bid sometimes is just an inquiry. You ask a club, hey, what do you want? And Chelsea did not bid for Havertz. They haven't. If you read it on Twitter, it's a fake account. It has 400 followers. It's not Christian Falk. No one's confirmed it. Yes, there's interest. There's interest. There's definite interest. And Chelsea do have serious interest in Kai Havertz, according to CF Bayern. But that's not what it is. It's not like, oh yeah, Chelsea signed Kai Havertz. So it's not the case. But what Lothar Matthäus came out and said is that Bayern can afford both Havertz and Sane in the same window. Do you really need Kai Havertz? We do. Yeah, we do. The thing is, it's not like we need him this now. We don't. If we don't have him, we're dead. The club is irrelevant. No, that's not the case. In the next 2 seasons, we will. That's when we need Havertz. When Müller starts declining and he starts getting slower and he starts producing less goals and assists. That's when we need Havertz. But now, if you sign him, he doesn't play in the Müller position. He plays out wide, and he'll probably start a lot of games. More games than a lot of you can think of. Because Gnabry will get injured. Sane will get injured. Coman will get injured. 3 of our wingers are Sane isn't injury prone. He's not. He just picks up injuries like any winger should. If a winger doesn't pick up injuries, I'll be surprised. Lionel Messi has picked up a lot of injuries in his career. But I wouldn't call Messi injury prone because he actually stays fit for a majority of the season. So the same thing with Sane. So I think Havertz will get a lot of minutes in any position that he plays for us, especially out wide. He won't play in the midfield either. No, there's no way. He won't even knock the door to our midfield. Look at Goretzka, Kimmich, Thiago. Look at that midfield. We're struggling to pick between these 3. Dang it, man. Why couldn't Thiago stay injured for just a little bit longer? That's kind of crazy. I hope Sancho goes to Chelsea like that. I'm praying because I would love Man United fans to really truly be in the mud. I hate watching Goldbridge talk about how United have all this money. United are rich. Man United have the money. They want to spend the money. And I hate hearing Man United have the money. They want to spend money, but we don't have. We need players that want to come play for the club. I'm tired of it. Man United have the money. I just want to see United fans cry a little bit. I'm tired of it. Okay, that's the thing. I'm so tired. Chelsea, please. I beg you, man. Roman Abramovich. Okay, I don't know how we do this, a Premier League talk show. I don't know. It's just I don't know. United are clueless. They did. United were the Stoke City. They 4-4-2. No just counterattack FC. We can also go for Sancho. Bayern isn't going to go for Sancho. Why do Bayern have to hate us? No, I don't hate Man United. I just don't like the fact that they beat us, even though I wasn't even alive or even thought of being born in 1999 in the Champions League final. That watching again was the stupidest win I've ever seen in my life. United fans say, oh, this is the best Man United team ever. And I'm like, you didn't win that convincingly, though. Like, you didn't, absolutely dismantle us. We hit the crossbar. We did everything. And we still didn't win the final. Why didn't we just clear the ball like a normal player? Why did he have to clear the ball in this stupid technique? I don't remember this player's name. It's just so annoying, man. And these are the moments that I just can't stand. It's not like I hate United. I just don't like the fact that 2008 United was the best team. Well, that's assuming no other team existed. That's assuming United is the only club to ever exist. It was a horrendous day. I mean, a lot of people couldn't believe Bayern lost that final. And I, watching the final again, couldn't believe it. I haven't watched it again. I've watched the highlights. Because I don't like watching Bayern games, like I keep saying. In the past that I know we lose, I can't stand it. So, it's just not it. Bayern don't hate anyone. We're just used to losing, disappointing. That is a big point right there. I don't even hate Real Madrid. I just think we do it to ourselves. At this point, yeah, it's true. The way we lose is not due and down to Real Madrid. It's down to us. we don't take the chances we get, and Real Madrid get something small and they do it. Vic the boss. Bayern should get Ter Stegen. Why? Why are you saying that? Why should we get Ter Stegen? Why? What logic right now does it? What's going in your head that's telling you we should get Ter Stegen? What does Ter Stegen add to our team that we need? In 2010 and 2014, Bayern destroyed United. We did destroy Man United. We slapped them up, and Sir Alex Ferguson said, "Oh, yeah, typical Germans, typical German, oh, typical Germans." I don't know. I can't do a Sir Alex Ferguson accent. Do a combined 11 of no, I'm not doing a Bayern to United. I don't care. I will. United is my preferred team when it comes to watching the EPL when it returns. I'm gonna be watching like a majority of United games. That's gonna be the case. But for me, I just don't know if I care enough about. I mean, that's because I want to watch Pogba. I want to watch some of these players. I actually like the United team in terms of the Bruno Fernandes is very good personalities, and they actually have a talented squad. I want to watch them. And it's entertaining. United are very entertaining when they lose. Xenophobia. I didn't even know that was a word. Wan-Bissaka is a really great people. I mean, look, stop comparing Pavard and Wan-Bissaka, because that's like comparing Pep Guardiola to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Yes, I get it. Solskjaer is a decent, okay coach, but he's not Pep. Okay, he's not Jurgen Klopp. Stop comparing. Look, Pavard's a good player. He's an okay player, but don't compare him to Wan-Bissaka and say, oh yeah, because Wan-Bissaka does not get skinned every game at least 3 times. He doesn't. I'm sorry, I'm speaking a lot lower because some people think, oh, if you criticize a player, you are stupid. No, you can criticize a player. Look, I'm sorry if I'm looking at it. My eye test tells me something different. I have biased eyes, and so do you. To some of you, Pavard is the best right back to ever exist. But to me, I'm looking at other right backs, and I'm looking at our right back, and I'm like, there's a few things missing in this guy. Wan-Bissaka is fantastic defensively. If you put Wan-Bissaka in that Bayern team, we win everything. we won't concede. Like, the way he defends isn't like he just wants to make tackles. He actually reads the game very well, especially versus Man City. I looked at this. Sterling was making a blindside run. I still remember this. Wan-Bissaka, most fullbacks will just forget and concede a goal to the far post. Wan-Bissaka just gave a little look, cut the pass out. Crucial interception. Trent's better crossing. Yeah, but the right back position is also about defending. You have to be fantastic defensively and fantastic offensively. And Wan-Bissaka actually is decent going forward. He makes a lot of dribbles. I think he was high in the league for dribbles last season completed, which is from Crystal Palace, which is crazy to me. Amongst fullbacks, he was high up there for dribbles completed. I think Wan-Bissaka, with his energy, come on, stop telling me he's better than Pavard. I get it. Pavard's cool. Don't tell me he's better than Wan-Bissaka. Except Man City and PSG. I respect every team except I don't respect any team that gets their players through oil money, right? I think that's just a way to cheat life. I don't like it. Barca would do everything to keep Ter Stegen. Messi saying, saving the. That Barcelona are stupid. They probably offered Ter Stegen to get Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. Is there any new transfer that you hear? There is none. It's only Sane, Havertz, Dest. These are the 3 players Bayern wants. I don't think we need anyone else. We need Sane. I agree. I'm tired of watching us. I'm tired of watching Coman, especially when he's crap. People are so quick to overrate a player, especially when they're doing okay. You gotta look at it in full context, okay? You got to, because one game is circumstantial to their actual. It's very different. When we look at Coman, you might be like, wow, this guy's a baller, but he's playing against a team that's offering him more space, and therefore he's scoring. Leverkusen offered him a little bit of space, and he scored a goal. But if he plays in a tight team, he's losing the ball more often. You have to look at football in context. Bayern scored against Chelsea. You have to look at it in context. We won against Chelsea. Not because people were like, oh, Chelsea's crap. You have to look at it in context. Chelsea were in a good, decent run going into the Bayern game. You have to look at everything in context. We need wingers. We do only have 2 wingers. Except, no, yeah, you're right. Davies, I would never want Davies at winger. I'm sorry, okay? I get it. People think he can do it in any position, and I think no, come on. No, he can. I'm not saying he can't. He can do it, but we need a winger that's... Davies is just a fullback. Like, the way he plays, he's the... Why would you want to change that left back? The way he plays that and interprets that position is so differently. Wow, that's a word. It's so different from what I've seen from a lot of freaking fullbacks, especially watching Bayern. We haven't had that explosion, especially from the fullback position. And I like the way Davies is so crucial to how we attack. That's the thing in defense too. And the high line, everything. Why would you want Kovacic? Kovacic is just a B-Tech Thiago. That's what he is. Mane has 36 tackles in the Premier League. Rashford has 12. Wow. Well, that's crazy. That illustrates the defensive attitude. Well, I mean, that's because Liverpool actually have a defensive structure that it's about pressing. Mane gets in more tackling opportunities than Rashford does. Rashford has to run 70 yards back to track back against the run because of the way United play. Whereas Mane is pressing front foot. He's getting in opportunities to tackle. Liverpool love to double up and triple up on the player when they press too. So you can imagine Mane gets more opportunities to make cleaner tackles and win the ball back for Liverpool. So I'm not surprised to see Mane have more tackles than Rashford. I'm not saying Rashford's the best player of all time. He's not. I think Rashford's an okay British player. But at the same time, he's a decent player. Good talent. Davies and Neuer are the reasons for our sustained high line. That's true. When you see it, a team plays the ball in behind, and a player's running onto it. Either Davies is there or Neuer comes out and... I don't know what we do without Neuer. That's where I'm at this point. How would we play without Manuel Neuer? I'm very... man. It's not even just like Neuer is going to be brilliant forever, but I'm thinking about it and I'm like, what player in the world can do what Neuer does coming off his line as good as he does? Even your Alissons will get skinned. I don't know. Yeah, Rashford does lack the brain. Yeah, he's nowhere near the hype. There's a lot of hype players around, aren't they? But the thing is, you have to look at it in full context. If Rashford was playing for Bayern, he's a much better player, smarter than he would be at United. United don't... See, that's the thing I criticize. It's the same criticism I have with Real Madrid. It's like they don't have a philosophy. Real Madrid hire any coach just because they can. What do you think is more important to your team, Lewandowski or Müller? There is no one more important in our team than anyone else. If you're in the team, you're important. And I don't know. But the way we play, I would say right now the most crucial part of how we're playing is probably Müller, because he's so crucial to how we play in between the lines. We crowd the lines so well. I've never seen Bayern do it so well. Even under Pep, we didn't do this. Lewo's here, Muller's here, and then you have a winger, and then you have... we crowd the lines and the 1-2s. It's so amazing to watch. But I think that's it for today's stream, everyone. Thank you all so much for the support. By the way, let's get to 600 subscribers. Share the videos. It's been amazing. Can't wait for tomorrow. We do the match watch along, but I also have a video coming out. I didn't upload another video yesterday. I'm sorry. I was watching a lot of movies and I lost track of time. I've been watching too many movies. I'm watching a lot of like movies of slavery, not slavery, like civil rights movies. That's what it is. So it's just, I don't know. I just find it interesting, especially court cases. Yeah, I just find it interesting. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to leave now. Mia san Mia and peace. Bayern watched you. Bayern's the best club in the world. All right, cool.